What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Game On Improve Your Health podcast. My name is Austin J, or hallucinodream if you know me from the gaming community, and joining me tonight is my lovely wife and co-host, Christina. I'm not going to say thank you for joining me. You told me not to. See, I knew there was going to be dead air there when I did that. Thank you for joining us once again tonight.
You're so welcome. Thanks for saying thanks.
You're welcome. Also, my pleasure. That's what I meant to say. Tonight, we are going over workouts that can be done at home. Very convenient for the times right now, considering the pandemic and maybe the fact that gyms are closing and opening and closing and opening and closing again. So we're going to go over different workouts you can do in regards to body weight. We'll go over all this, obviously. Resistance bands, possibly household items, and then if you have some
Like
weights.
small children.
Small children definitely work if you want to. There you go.
weights.
First workout. Just carry a child around. Okay. You're actually you're really not going to strengthen anything. I'm going to go ahead and tell you from experience. It doesn't work. So not very beneficial unless you want a severe lower back arching, hyper arch. I forget what the actual name is. But we're going to get into some workouts you can do. This one's good because some people might not know what exactly you can do for workouts. You can just make your own random ones at home, of course. You can pick and choose what workouts you can do with what you have and then just put it into a routine. And this is good because now we have, as we have had, a female perspective, so she can tell you what she does for all those females out there. So we'll start with, there's really no starting point, but we're just going to get into it. It's basically going to be a conversation today. So, what?
As though that's not what we normally do.
Yes. Usually we have, we're going to start with this, we're going to start with that. But today we're going to start with the actual top. I mean, it's just workouts, okay?
Yeah.
So let's start with body weight. How about that? We'll start with body weight workouts you can do. Okay, some beneficial body weights. We'll start with like cardio. Let's start with cardio based, right? Some that are cardio based.
Okay.
Jumping jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping jacks are a good workout you can do. Works quite a bit in the body, basically your whole body, right? And it'll get your heart rate elevated.
Jump rope too.
Jump rope, very cheap. Okay, so that's an alternative. And so jumping jacks are something, and so these are workouts you can do to get your heart rate elevated. More of a HIIT, which is high intensity interval training type workout. Not necessarily, do this for your cardio for 30 minutes straight. You don't want to do 30 minutes worth of jumping jacks. That'd be very difficult. Okay, and probably really burn you out. You'll never want to do them again. Let's not do that. Jumping jacks, you can do jump rope, like she said. If you're more advanced, there's not really any alternatives but burpees. That would be, I would consider that a little bit of both. That's definitely heavy in the, you're getting your legs in there, your lower body, your upper body, right? And definitely a lot of movement, so you're getting some cardio in there.
Yep. You know how like in like those 90s workout videos, they would always have like the little stepper, and that you would like see like the people going like up and down the step. Like I always think of a 90s workout video when I see people doing that, but like most people have a stair in their house. So like just kind of like going up and down a stair, like step ups, are really good for cardio.
For those who can't see this and are listening on the podcast, she's moving her hands, which doesn't really translate into what exactly the movement was going to be. But just stepping up on the stair, right? Yeah. You can do one leg. You can do alterations on this. So alterations are very beneficial as well. Just step up, get both feet up there, step back down, kind of like how a baby would walk up.
Yep.
And then you can alter it, and you can do one, and then just go back down with one. Right, so you basically jump. You can do a bunch of different stuff. You can do 2 legs.
Yeah, but the faster you go, obviously, the more really like cardio it is. So like if I'm, like sometimes like jumping jacks are a little bit hard on like my knees, or just like depending. Sometimes I don't want to do like a jumping jack, but I just want like a quick like something to get my like blood pumping. I've done those, and that really helps.
Yeah, those are good warm ups as well if you want to get your blood flowing. To warm up, to get into maybe more exercises.
Yep. I feel like once I start off a workout with cardio, like if I just do like a quick, like even if it's like a minute of like doing like the little stair stepper, it's like my whole workout is different, and it feels like I'm like my body's more engaged, and it feels like it's just an overall better workout than if I just start off just doing the workout. Sometimes I don't feel like I get as much out of it. So
Yeah, you'll be able to do a little bit more if you start getting your blood flowing, right? Your oxygen intake up, so getting your breathing heavy. That sounds like it's what's the word I'm looking for? Counterproductive. Contradictory was really what I was looking for. Wow. But it's not. So there's a couple of quick cardio-based workouts you can do. I'm sure we're going to keep getting into workouts and come up with some more as well. Body weight, we're going to continue doing body weight. So what we do right now, and I meant to start with this, but I am running it's probably going to be second or third week of February. I cannot get that word right for the past 2 days. February. I am I'm taking signups for a 90-day at-home resistance band workout, which includes body weight, which is what I'm going to get into in a second. It is $100 for the 90 days. That is 66% off because I'm going to be doing this program. It's going to be $100 a month after I release it. This is a promotional for 2021. So anybody who is interested in doing this, all at home, online, on an app, you can go to, the links will be in the description too. It's www.onepunch, that's the number 1, punch.net/2021-training. That's 2021 training with a little minus sign in between. Now you can get all the information there. You can sign up there. I'm only taking 10 clients, so it's going to be first come, first serve. And you will be grandfathered into a 20% off permanent coupon code when you continue training with us. So lots of benefits there, especially if you don't know where to begin or you've lost track because now you don't go to the gym and you don't want to go to the gym because of the pandemic. So little side note there. Sorry, I meant to start with that. But we're going to get into body weight, and this is going to be, some of this stuff's going to be in the program that I have designed and just told you about. Push-ups for chest, right? Shoulders, and arms. Core as well, because you have to activate your core for lots and lots of workouts, right? Push-ups are very beneficial to a lot of people and very difficult for a lot of people because a lot of people don't, they say, oh, I can't do a push-up, and then they try, and then they can't, right? And then they just don't ever do them again. You shouldn't do that. You got to start with variations.
Yep.
So some variations, we'll say the easiest variation is, and I'll make a video on this because I was thinking about this earlier today, definitely putting this one in here. I'll make a video on the variations. Stand up against a wall, back up maybe like 2 feet and start. That'll be a first. So you're going to be pushing up off against the wall at a very light angle, right? For those who can't see, I just made it. Got to remember that.
You just made fun of me for doing that.
I did indeed just do that. I'm going to make a video again. So, and we'll post it on our YouTube. But, and that'll practice the form of the push-up, and it'll start practice the ability for you to push up, the body weight without actually having your full body weight on there. So and then you can start backing up a step. It doesn't have to be a full step like when you walk, because that would be a lot for most people. But, take little baby steps, back up periodically. So do it one day, maybe do the first step for a week, and then back up, do a second step. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I mean, so for me, like, it's always a quick, like, easy workout to, I don't know, like, if I'm, like, watching TV or something, and I just, like, want to get, like, a quick workout in, I don't feel like, doing a full workout, like, push-ups for me are like on a countertop. So like I'll just do an angled countertop push-up. Perfect. Like it still engages my core, it engages my chest, but it's not quite as hard as just a regular full-on push-up. And then also just being a girl, they do call them girl push-ups. You can, start out on your knees instead of going on your toes, and like going on your feet. So you can do that. So, but I would encourage you to still try to at least do one full push-up, like one regular push-up. Everybody can, like, do one. and then you can, then continue with your moderations, but just try to, like anything else, like lifting weights, even some body weight exercises, you are going to have to work your way up to. So
that's right. Start with the one push-up though. Don't do your modified push-ups and then decide you want to do a full push-up.
Right, exactly. Yeah, start with the one push-up. You know? Like, just do as many as you can. I feel like sometimes people think that, like, oh, if I don't do, like, a full, like, 5 or 10 or, like, it's not a full workout. Like, even just you doing a couple to get started, like, if your body weight is hard, like, that's a workout, So, like, just do as many as you can do. And then give yourself a rest and then go again, Or it's okay to do, sometimes, I mean, I've done it, like, we'll do these, we'll do like these like little hit like workouts, and sometimes I'll do the first 2 sets as like regular push-ups, and then by the third I'm like, I am exhausted, like I can't, and I know I'm gonna hurt myself if I do the regular one, so then I'll do the modified as the last set. So it doesn't have to be like one or the other. You can definitely switch it up.
Yeah, try not to force it.
Yeah, exactly.
And listen to your body. Your body's gonna tell you when.
Yeah.
Your mind is able to push past that, but for the most part, especially if you're beginning, listen to your body. You don't want to injure yourself doing a push-up.
Yep.
That would not be fun.
No.
So you can do this push-ups, very beneficial for quite a bit. Your chest, your arms, your shoulders. Definitely help strengthen your shoulders. Shoulders are very important for lifting lots of different things in your everyday life. If you did not know that, that's a huge, huge part of your body you need to work out. So let's talk other workouts, right? So you can put jumping jacks, right? We talked about that. You can do the stair, right?
Yep,
the modified stair stepper. And if you don't have a stair, you probably do outside.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in another episode on why being outside is very beneficial. But you can go outside and use your front step, or you can literally make a step. Do some push-ups. Let's talk. You can do lunges. Okay, that's another lower body. Lunges are good. One, for the workout portion, where it's going to work your lower extremity, but it's also going to help with balance. Balance is something that some people don't think that you really need to work on, but you do. And balance is pretty important. Balance will help you not be as clumsy as
he's nodding his head over at me. For the record, I am not great at lunges for that reason.
For the record, the reason why I said that is because she has a hard time walking sometimes. Okay, so and it is transitioned into our kid.
And like
she already doesn't walk well. She can't walk yet.
Yeah,
but lunges are a good one.
Lunges are good. My recommendation again, like, because I am not great at lunges, and I definitely tend to do things faster. So like I don't know, I'm not like a slow like movement type of person, but with the lunge it does force me to like take my time and go slower. So like that would be my biggest recommendations for starters, is like you don't, like, if you're doing it in like 30-second like intervals or something, like I don't like that. Like I don't like this like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, because then like in my mind I have to go as fast as I can. I would rather just do like 5 or 10 to like just make myself slow down and really focus on my movements, because I'm gonna get a better result if I like do it intentionally and slowly than if I just try to like quick do 30 seconds of half lunges because I'm about to fall down. So because I've lost my balance. So
you don't have to do your workout at lightning speed. Doing your reps really fast is proven not to give the most benefit. Okay, so
it's better to do like less, slower, and more intentionally.
Form is the most important.
Half-assed.
Yeah, the faster you go, the more you do, the quicker your form will break down, the more injury you'll come across.
Yeah.
You can alter lunges as well. So you can do jump lunges. If you really want to go fast, you can do jump lunges. If you don't know what that is. Or lunge jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
lunge
whatever.
Jumps.
whatever
lunges.
however people want to say it. This probably doesn't really matter, but that's when you do a lunge and you jump in between the lunges instead of
And then
resetting.
you like land into the lunge.
Yeah, you basically land into the lunge. So we'll make a video on that as well. All these we'll make videos on. A video.
You mean that our hand movements that they can't see aren't doing it?
Yeah, no, that is definitely perfect for the. Yeah, don't hit the microphone, okay? You just earthquake through the whole world. The hand movements was definitely good. People who are watching live totally know what you meant with the hands.
Obviously.
But then you can slow down. You can do reverse lunges as well, and then you can do side lunges. So just going side to side. Those are difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I don't do them very often. That's why. But the more you do all these workouts, and the more you practice form, it'll become easier. And like Christina said, she does it while she watches TV. You don't have to do all these. You don't have to go into a certain spot of your house that you decide you want to go do workouts and do a 30-minute workout of everything. You can pick and choose what you want to do. Let's say one day you just literally want to do lunges and maybe a couple push-ups. Do the lunges, right? Take 10 minutes. Take 5 minutes. Do some lunges. Or take 2 minutes. Do some lunges because you'll be able to do quite a bit of lunges in 2 minutes. And then go back to it later. Do some more lunges.
Yep.
Maybe just set a time like, oh, every time I pass the television, instead of turning it on and sitting down and watching TV, I'm just going to try to do a push-up, right? As long as you don't pass the TV 100 times a day, that's a good goal. Or lunges. I mean, you can put anything in the way. So lunges are good. That's a lower body one. Let's go back to the stair for a second too. You can do calf raises. People might not know this, but calf raises, you'll be able to dip when you're on a stair. Which means your heel will dip under the stair because the stair is there, elevating it. You can put anything on the ground really to do this, within reason. Obviously, a banana probably wouldn't work, nor would a jug of water. And you can do calf raises, which will work your calves. Contrary to popular belief, your body weight will work your calves, and it will work it a fair amount. If you do, what are those jumping jacks? Let's go back to that. We're gonna talk about that. What's the clapping one we do? Seal jacks. If you do that, I guarantee. I will have to explain what seal jacks is because I didn't know what it was before I started doing it either. It's basically a jumping jack,
I have
but
like
instead
the
of
worst hand-eye coordination, so like all of these things are like so.
anything that requires hand and legs.
Yes. Sure.
Then that's where the balance and then the lousy walking comes into play.
Yeah.
But seal jacks is also another form of basically jumping jacks. Instead of your arms going up and over your head, they go in front of you.
Yeah. So
you basically just clap, kind of like a seal. But your legs do the same movements.
The name.
Yeah, and that actually works your calves a lot more, I think, than the jumping jacks. But that could be anecdotal, considering I do more seal jacks than jumping jacks. But there's another couple things you can do for calves. So we're talking a lot about the lower body. Mm-hmm. What other body weight exercises? Lots of core.
Yes.
Right? So planks.
Lots of core. I mean, I always love squats. I know we're talking about lower body a lot. But
squats will do core as well.
Yeah. Again, like just something, I don't know, like if I am like, I like things that I can kind of do like a little bit throughout the day. It really depends on what your goals are. So, if you are a beginner where you're just trying to get introduced into like doing these workouts and really just like kind of start prepping your body for these things, doing like small workouts throughout the day or just introducing these workouts, as you go about your day is just so beneficial. So like when I, when I watch TV at night, like after, I've worked all day, we've put the baby to bed, done all like whatever, I'll just like in between my shows, like I'll just do squats or push-ups or lunges or whatever it might be. And it just like, no, is that like my like biggest powerful workout? No, but it's better than just sitting there watching TV. So it just kind of like gets my body prepped and continues, to help it kind of stay in motion. So squats are a good one. Even like, especially like if you're trying to work on your form, like going, even just like going, sitting down on the couch, getting up, sitting down, getting up. So like, using a chair or your couch or something to like help keep your form is really good. For women, like if you're pregnant, like those are really great because you know, especially like when I was like first time pregnant, I was worried about how far I was going to go down and just like my form breaking down and stuff like that. So any like sitting squat was really helpful for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, she mentioned, even for beginners, if you're just starting, squats are very powerful.
Yep.
That is one thing that you can talk to basically as many trainers as possible. And for the most part, they all should say squat should be in your routine from the get-go. Because exactly what Christina just said, you sit on the couch a lot. You sit in chairs a lot. Excuse me. And you more than likely, I would hope, use the toilet, right? So you're going to need to be able to squat. I know it's funny, but it's true. So squatting is it's true.
It is
squatting is
it's just like a natural like movement.
It's a natural movement, and it's you should, so it needs to be really worked so you don't lose that kind of movement. If you lose that kind of movement, it's going to be, if you ever have watched the older generation, some of them try to sit down.
I was just thinking that.
It's because they lost the movement, the ability to do that.
Have you ever seen an old person try to get up from a chair?
Yeah. So work on squats. There's other things you should work on. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So squats is powerful.
Yep. And again, just taking small steps. So like, don't start,
do a body weight squats.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't be like, power lifter
at 50-pound dog on the back of your neck.
Like just do simple squats. And again, like for me, when I feel like my form is breaking down, I go back to like, let me like sit down into something, sit up, sit down into something, get back up. Like that really helps me get my form back. And when you go from body weight, so like maybe you're doing your body weight without like unassisted, so you're not like sitting down for form. Like when you transition from body weight to something else, you might want to go back to that. So like you might want to go back to like, okay, now I have weight, because that weight's gonna immediately want you to hunch forward, right? Like because now you're like not used to something else. So like don't be afraid to kind of go back to the beginning once you transition from body weight to weighted things.
Yeah, I can't stress this enough, that form is the most important part of doing any exercise, because if your form is bad, you're going to hurt yourself. If you hurt yourself, you cannot do the workouts, so you're going to immediately regress. With squats, if you don't know how to do it, there's millions of videos out there. We will make one, but one recommendation I do is watch a video, right? And then they're going to say, oh, make sure your form looks like this, looks like that. If you don't have a massive mirror in your house, some people don't have full body mirrors, video yourself. Everybody has a cell phone. I know everybody has a cell phone that has a video camera on it. And if you don't, somebody in your house does. Video yourself and then just watch it and then delete it afterwards. You never have to see it again. But look and see where your form is breaking down from where they said. And what Christina says, she uses, when her form breaks down, she uses an assisted part. So a chair, a bench, the toilet, whatever she uses. And
that's why I wonders why I'm in the bathroom so long.
She hangs out in the bathroom a lot.
Squats.
It's because she's doing squats and watching the baby, which is weird. Just do the squats or watch the baby. Anyways, she does that. If your form starts to break down, it's more than likely because you're getting fatigued. If you're getting fatigued, she's been working out for many years, so she knows to correct her form as opposed to her getting fatigued. She knows when she's getting fatigued, she'll stop.
Yep.
Some people, like she said earlier as well, will be like, I didn't do my 10 squats yet, I have to keep going. Don't do that. If your form starts to break down, you're getting fatigued, you're going to start, that's when your form breaks down, you're going to start injuring yourself.
And then it's not, like, it's not doing, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing once your form breaks down.
Yeah, your body's compensating a lot with different muscle groups that it's not supposed to be.
Yep.
And you will injure yourself, and then you won't be able to do squats.
Yep.
So.
And I mean, like, and you're gonna be going through, like everybody goes through different phases, men, women, but obviously, like with women, we go through different changes throughout the month, whether we're pregnant or whatever. Like sometimes you do have to relearn these things or modify them for like what you're going through right now. So like like we're doing a 30-day, running challenge or 31-day running challenge. Like for me,
31.
yes.
Oh no.
So like I'm going through, I don't even know what, like some, hormonal change right now, and like I just was like, it is physically causing me pain to run. So instead of quitting, I rode the bike instead. So like, don't be afraid to modify things. And like it's not worth hurting yourself.
Yeah. So what she did tonight was ride the bike, and what she did was the mile that she runs is around 12 minutes, right? She just rode the bike. That's a good mile for those who are going to start running.
Yes,
I don't recommend you start initially doing a mile right off the bat,
Yeah.
and don't try to compete with a 12-minute mile right off the bat if you've never run before. Don't do that. We'll get into that. But so she rode the bike for 10 or 12 minutes instead, right? So if you have to modify it, you have to modify it.
Yeah,
okay?
it's just not worth hurting yourself, So it's like I knew that I was going to be uncomfortable and in pain if I would have ran. So like instead, I was like, you know what? Like what's going to really give me the same, like type of workout, with little impact, right? So it's like, that's one of the best things for, pregnant women to do is, like ride a bike. So it's like, hey, that's a pretty low impact thing. So instead of running, maybe you're usually a runner, maybe you start doing the bike instead. So, don't be afraid to modify, modify what you're doing.
Absolutely. What other body weight workouts can you do? There's so many. There's so many.
Planks.
And I know planks are good. I know we're going to miss some. I just want to throw that out there. I should have started with that. I know we're going to miss some, but we could always touch back on this, and I will make a million videos. Planks are good, but hold on. Let's touch on, hold on, before you go any further. If you research that you need to do planks, and you see someone that says, oh, you have to do 3 sets of 30, you have to hold it for a minute. That's wrong. Absolutely not. Okay? You're not, people who don't do planks or don't work out or are adding this into the workout at the beginning, your upper body, your shoulders, you're not going to be able to support your body weight for that long. Your shoulders are going to start hurting.
What happens when you get tired? Your form's going to
break down. Your form breaks down. Your back's going to start hurting. Your lower body, like your butt's going to start hurting.
Yeah, if you can't see me, your body's going to be like this because you're like going to be sagging. So then it's just not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's very bad. And if you're activating your core still, if you don't know how to do that, we'll do that. We'll explain that in the video. I mean, you just basically punch yourself in the chest, right? While you squeeze, and that's how you know you're activating. That's the best way to do it. Okay. It'll start feeling, if your form breaks down, it'll start feeling like that is being ripped in half. Your core, right? Not a good sign. And then your shoulders will start hurting, and you won't be able to do it because your shoulders start hurting. For me, I can
tell when I'm doing the plank and my form starts hurting, like breaking down, my lower back starts hurting because it's like caved in. Because like now I'm like dropping my middle, because it's like, I don't want to hold it up anymore. So it's like my butt and my like lower back is starting to sink, but then it really just starts arching, and then like that's when you start getting like that low back pain.
Yeah, so I wanted to interrupt that for this very important announcement. Start very slow, right? 5-10 seconds maybe. Do it once or twice, and then build up, and then you can add a third one. So let's say 10 seconds. Do it twice, right? And then you can do that for a week. You don't do it every single day, but do it for a week or two, and then add a third set in. Okay.
Yeah, and there are different types of planks.
Yes, you can do it from your elbows.
There's the full arm, where you're on your hands. There's the elbows.
Your arms are fully extended. You gotta explain it. People can't see you.
Oh, that's right.
Arms fully extended arms.
Yep.
Kind of like you're starting a push-up.
Exactly, like you're starting a push-up. Elbow planks, side planks.
Elbow planks are on your elbows.
Side planks.
Yep. And the side is basically the elbow plank with one elbow, and then you're just fully
on your side.
There's a word, horizontal. You're technically horizontal anyway.
Yes.
Anyways, you're on your side, so and it works your obliques, which is the abs on the side.
Yeah.
Right. So there's that, and then I saw this. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. I saw a sweet video that gives you it. I saw this video today about another plank I just learned about. It's a plank that is very easy on your joints, and you just lay on your back and then you plank. Don't you get it? You lay on your back and you just put your arms up.
So funny.
Yeah, I thought the video was pretty funny. Anyways, don't do those planks.
But anyway,
there's a lot of variants.
Yeah, there are a ton of things that we're probably not gonna hit, but it is in your program, so there are a ton of options in your program. So for me, when he made this program, like it was at a point where like we were at home doing, just like willy-nilly workouts, and like we didn't feel like we were getting anywhere, right? Because it's like you didn't have a plan, and like I'm somebody that likes a plan, so I felt like we were just at home, just, oh, what do I want to do today? Sure, let me do some biceps, or let me do this. Like I didn't feel like I was accomplishing anything. So then, he really was like, well, let me make an at-home workout plan. This is kind of like right in the beginning of COVID. So, we've tested it. It's worked really well for us, which is why he wants to share it with everybody else.
Yes, with a sweet, awesome promotional discount for the first 10 people. I'm probably going to do it again. Let's just throw it out there.
Let's be real.
Let's be real. I want to help everybody, right? I want everybody to, I want to help everybody. Anyways, but yes, so the program will definitely help. And we were just saying so she just said she's one person who needs to have some kind of definitive, I'm doing this today. Even though this whole episode we've been saying, if you're just starting and you don't really know where to go and you don't have that much time, you can just wing it, right?
Yeah.
If you wing it, that's fine.
Yep.
Like if you wing it and you accidentally do just push-ups 4 days in a row because you forgot. Like I do that sometimes. I literally do my shoulders like 3 days in a week, and I'm like, oh wait, wow, my shoulders are really big this week. It's crazy. It happens, and it's not the worst thing that can happen.
But it at least gives you tips and tools to like figure out what is going to work what are good, like maybe what are good things to pair together, so like maybe you don't even know, like, hey, like if I'm doing this, like what else, like if I'm doing my biceps, like what else can I do today that like pair well, so there are kind of things that you'll get a little bit more bang for your buck, kind of, which if you're really not familiar with what body parts and what goes together, that's always helpful. So.
Yeah, the program is lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Totally lost my train of thought. But it utilizes body weight, which we've talked about this whole time, and resistance bands. Resistance bands allows you to do quite a bit more. These are pull-up bands, and they do not come with a program, unfortunately. They're a separate, very cheap, around $20 on Amazon. We're not partnered with Amazon whatsoever, or the company that sells the ones that we use. But I will provide that link to people. And they're fairly cheap, and they have 4 different. So I'm telling you this because you could use these as well. Even if you don't want to sign up for the program. But you can get them, and then it allows you to do rows for back, right? So you can do rows for back, something you really can't do unless you have something heavy in your home. You can do different rows, sitting, standing. You can do biceps from the same sitting, standing, right? Something that you would need another weight for at home as well. You can do core. You can do everything with it.
Yep, they travel well. They are, they're small, so you can store them really easy. So if you don't have a ton of space, if you live in an apartment, you're not going to be like that lunk that's just like throwing weights around, and then you get complaints from, the people in your apartment because now you're a lunk. Like they're just lightweight. Not that they can get heavy in the sense of resistance, but they're lightweight and that they're, easily storable, and they are. They travel really well. So.
Lightweight, heavy resistance. Allow you to do quite a bit. You can do squats with them. You can do deadlifts.
Yeah.
Deadlifts are also very powerful that you should put in your workout toolbox. We will make videos on all this. Going into this episode, I thought I was going to be able to cover a lot more workouts because I don't want to make this a 2-hour. But we really went in depth on the workouts. Yep. So the plan is we're probably going to end it soon. But we will make YouTube videos on all this. All these videos are proctored, right, by us. That was a good word. Never used that before. By us in the app. Yeah, she's part of the app.
Is
videos.
Proctored the right word?
Yeah, it is now because I used it.
Okay.
And you can't question it, and no one else is going to. Isn't proctored like, oh, you did something with some stuff and you expressed and showed what it meant?
No, like proctored is like I'm.
Prompted?
Proctored.
Is it prompted then? Because I'm prompting you to do the right thing?
I don't think so.
That's mind-boggling, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Like your mind is trapped in a bottle and it can't escape.
Mind-boggling.
Exactly.
I was mind boggled.
Is mine bottled? Like, your mind is trapped in a bottle and it can't escape. You're getting off topic. I can't believe you.
Mind bottled. I was like,
tell the story.
What the heck
and
are
the
you
story's
talking
over.
about?
She was confused. But that's the thing, okay? But we'll make some videos on. Let's backtrack for a second. If somebody knows if proctor is the right word, please tell us. Okay, social media, tell us here
Yes.
On Twitch or YouTube. Tell us.
Give him the definition of proctor.
Yeah, let me know if I use it in the right context because I would like to prove it wrong. And if I'm not going to tell her.
I don't think.
I'm not going to tell her that I read the comment that I was proved wrong. Right? I'm just going to say I was, and it's going to be funny for the rest of our lives. Mm-hmm. Anyways. We'll make videos on all these other workouts, especially the resistance bands ones, because, I mean, even though I have a program and, you know, like, I'm here. So the program allows you to have the videos. Oh, I hit the microphone. Sorry. Have the videos, also written instruction, and then the ability to chat directly with me. So if you have a question, you don't have to go to YouTube. You don't have to go to Google, try to find the right answer because everybody gives different answers on everything. You go right to... It'll get sent right to me. I can answer the question right on the spot. If you have a question about anything, we could also video chat through the app that was just added, which is very nice. So if you think your form is wrong, you don't have to record yourself. I can watch you do your squats and tell you if your form, you know, what you can do to correct it right on the spot.
Or you can take a video, send it to him.
Or you can take a video and send it to me, and then delete it, and then I'll have to delete it after we watch it, and then I'll tell you what it is. Then I'll forget. Have to have you send it again. No, I won't forget, but. So there's lots of workouts you can do with resistance bands. They're cheap, and there's a lot of, because of the pandemic, there's a lot of people coming out saying and making like journal and articles and how powerful resistance bands actually are, right? And how much muscle these people have maintained and gained just with using resistance bands at home, because like Christina said, even though they don't weigh much, the resistance is there. I think the ones we have go up to
like
50 pounds, and then I have a second set that is able to be attached to doors and has handles and stuff. That one isn't in the program, but that's for alternate use. That one can go up to like 180 pounds. Yeah. That's a lot of resistance that most people aren't really going to need, but it's there if you want it. And that one's able to be attached to doors and all this other crazy stuff, which is very awesome. I mean, there's like a whole at-home gym right there just with 2 sets of resistance bands at a, I think, $50 price range, right, for both, which is
fraction of the cost.
A fraction of the cost. Yeah, like pennies on the dollar.
We sound like an infomercial.
Yeah. So this episode was going very well until we started. Yeah. We started turning into salesmen and women. So, but no, we're really here to. We want to help anybody. If anybody has any questions on anything that we have said, if you have any questions on other workouts you can do, if you have questions on maybe more resistance bands exercises that you could possibly do at home, or if you have resistance bands and you need to know, or body weight, need to know.
If you have body weight.
If you have, or if you're interested in the body weight workouts, and you want to know, hey, I want to be able to work out my shoulders, like you said, right?
Do you have any
or
tips?
Do you have any workouts I can do? Or your back, right? I want to work out my back. I want to work out my glutes. I want my butt to be big for making some TikToks, right? Mm-hmm. We can send you tips, videos, explanations, workouts to do, right? Some articles on different stuff, okay? And then go from there. So if you have any questions, of course, just send them to us. All of our social media, if you're watching live, is over here on your left. It's in the description if you're listening on a podcast platform, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's also on the left. But we're going to cut the episode now, and unless you have anything else to say in regards to workouts that can be done at home.
I don't think so.
Okay. And my name is Austin J, or hallucinodream if you know me from the gaming community. Again, these were workouts at home. And if you are interested in that program, just message me anywhere on here, or mine, hallucinodream. All those links will be in the description. This is my lovely life. Ooh, this is my lovely wife, Christina.
Also his life. Yep.
My co-host. And we will be back for a question and answer next week. Also, if you have questions, just bring them in next week. Oh, jeez. I know this one without even looking. It is the 20th. I almost looked at the 21st because it's Thursday now. It's the 20th. Wednesday, the 20th, will be live on Twitch and YouTube at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or daylight. or Standard. Anyways, Eastern. So we'll see you guys there. Thank you for joining us, those who did, and thank you for listening, for those who are listening after the fact. And we will see you guys hopefully next week.